after careful consideration and review of the crime statistics, in particular violent crimes, which have been committed in some western parishes, the security forces have advised that the situation now currently exists would warrant the government advising the Governor General to proclaim a state of public emergency in the community of the entire area comprising the parishes of St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. This proclamation shall, unless previously revoked, remain in place for 14 days or for such longer period, not exceeding 3 months, as both Houses of Parliament may determine by resolution supported by a 2/3 majority of all the members of each House.
If I just draw your attention to the map on the left, this is actually an image of Jamaica in 2017 and what the situation obtained then. And this, what you're seeing up here, is the number of persons who were murdered in the parishes per 100,000. And by using that, because it is an international accepted benchmark of how you measure these things, and also it speaks to the risk to population in this area. In 2018, there was a change. As you see, the parish of St. James now went down to 55, which meant that the parish of Westmoreland was the most murder-dense place in the country. Secondly was the parish of Hanover. If you look at what has happened since the beginning of 2019, Westmoreland is now leading. St. James has gone up 70% over where it was last year at this point, and Hanover is still significantly high. It was these figures and the challenge of violence in these spaces that caused myself and the CDS to recommend to the Prime Minister that we declare a state of public emergency in these areas. We must save lives.
The state of emergency will give the security forces temporary additional powers, including additional powers of search, arrest, and detention. We acknowledge that persons may be justifiably concerned about the implications of the security operation as they go about their everyday lives. We want to assure the citizens of Jamaica that both the JDF and JCF have been properly trained and oriented to give due regard to the basic human and citizen rights of all persons within the communities. We intend to continue this approach in this particular case. Nonetheless, we urge persons to acquaint themselves with the regulations and requirements governing the state of emergency in order to easily and conveniently transit the areas as they go about their lawful business. In order to assist in this regard, we will be working closely with the media to ensure swift and open communication of these rules and requirements. During the period of the state of emergency, citizens will encounter various operations, including highly visible vehicle checkpoints. The purpose of these checkpoints are not to inconvenience citizens, but rather to add a robust element of security for residents as well as other citizens transiting the area. We ask citizens that for ease and simplicity, as they approach these checkpoints, to lower their windows and during dark periods to turn on their roof lights. We also implore citizens that as they comply with the guidelines to transit the area, they should not slow down excessively beyond what they are asked to do, just to observe the activities, as that will cause an increase in traffic buildup. As we pledge to carry out our operations with the professionalism and respect that we are known for, we're also seeking the cooperation and support of the citizens in this area and indeed all across Jamaica. We're asking you to use any one of the available tip lines to report gang or other violent activities. 311 for the JCF tip line and 876-837-8888 for the JDF tip line. This community support is a key component of our intelligence gathering process and rests heavily upon your input and involvement. Please help us to identify these individuals by reporting them.